Hello friends, welcome to Crime Detective. Before we begin today's true story, I hope you and your family are safe and doing well. June 12, 2026, Midland, Texas, USA. Everything seemed normal. Some people were getting ready for work. Some were spending time with their families. Others were simply going about their day, never imagining that within the next few minutes, the peace of this city would be shattered forever. Then suddenly, SFX, a single gunshot. For a brief moment, some people thought it was an accident. But a few seconds later, SFX, two more gunshots. Now people understood. Those were gunshots. And what happened next threw the entire city into fear and chaos. As soon as the gunshots were heard, people started running in every direction. Some rushed inside nearby stores. Some hid behind their vehicles. Some grabbed their children and dropped to the ground. Panic spread within seconds. People were asking each other only one question: what is happening? But no one had an answer. At the same time, 911 calls began flooding in. Please hurry. There are gunshots. People are injured. We don't know where the shooter is. With every new call, the situation sounded more serious. Within minutes, police vehicles began arriving in the area. SFX, distant police sirens. The sound of sirens echoed across the city. Ambulances started arriving one after another. The biggest question facing the authorities was, who is the shooter? Is he still in the area? Are more people in danger? No one knew. The injured were rushed to hospitals. The area was secured. Residents were told to stay in safe places, but by then, fear had already spread throughout Midland. Within minutes, police vehicles began arriving in the area. SFX, distant police sirens. The sound of sirens echoed across the city. Ambulances started arriving one after another. The biggest question facing the authorities was, who is the shooter? Is he still in the area? Are more people in danger? No one knew. The injured were rushed to hospitals. The area was secured. Residents were told to stay in safe places. But by then, fear had already spread throughout Midland. As investigators worked to understand what had happened, a name finally surfaced: Victor Mata Villarreal. 45-year-old Victor Mata Villarreal. This was not a new name to law enforcement. His past had already been marked by several encounters with the law. His name had previously appeared in weapons-related cases and domestic violence allegations. And the most shocking part: according to authorities, he was already wanted for allegedly shooting at a police officer. The revelation stunned the community. People began asking the same question. If he was already on law enforcement's radar, how did things get this far? By the time the situation was brought under control, it was already too late. One person had lost their life. Several others had been injured. Doctors worked continuously to treat the victims. Some families desperately waited for information about their loved ones. Some were crying. Some were still in shock. And some people may never forget the sounds they heard that day. Police had identified the suspect. The incident was over. But many questions remained unanswered. Why did this happen? Was there a specific motive behind the attack? Could this tragedy have been prevented? As of now, authorities have not fully revealed the motive behind the shooting. But one thing is certain: that day changed many lives in Midland forever. Some incidents are more than just news stories. They become memories of fear that stay with people for years. A quiet city, the sound of gunfire, one life lost, several people injured, and one name that Texas will remember for a long time: Victor Mata Villarreal. But perhaps the most frightening question still remains: could this tragedy have been prevented? If you enjoy real and mysterious crime stories from around the world, make sure to subscribe to Crime Detective, because the next story might be even more shocking than this one.